Voice, a most valuable part of your talent. When you hear the voice beautiful, you recognize it, you love it, and you never get tired of it. But what is it? Is it the timbre, good diction, clarity, depth of tone, comic intonations, or just good old familiarity? And it is familiar because of constant exposure. Yes, it is possible to be employed because of your popular voice. Whatever quality of voice you are born with, there are things you can do to make it more sought after. In the first place, you must recognize any faults or failings, although it is unlikely that friends and family would be so personal. Teachers of voice are much more inclined to identify and do something about speech impediments and so on, so lisps, nasal blockages, and the like will be corrected. All speech impediments affect the quality of voice, such as the weak R sound. If you know you have an impediment, then a speech therapist can help. This means that you can then choose whether to have it, rather than having to always present a weak R to your audience. A sibilant S is one that produces a slight whistle through the teeth, or a splashy sound, and should also be acted on in a remedial way. There is a possibility that no one has ever told you about an impediment, or perhaps people are too polite to mention it. Record yourself and be really critical. How often do you hear these impediments among the actors, who are used regularly for their voice alone? Not a lot. So if you wish to join them, you need to do your vocal exercises, take those classes, and put in the time necessary to give yourself the voice that gets you employed. It is slightly dangerous to put on speech mannerisms, such as a lisp or an extreme strange accent. Lisps are particularly dangerous, as they become irritating to listen to, and can make your character completely unintelligible if you are not very careful. There are, however, other speech patterns that irritate the listener, especially those who wish to hear their language spoken with a certain degree of correctness. Some regional accents drop the last consonant sound of a word, and others will stress it unnaturally. As a professional actor, you should be able to use these accents when you need to and be able to drop them when such vocal mannerisms are no longer appropriate. A voice that people recognize and want to hear again is gold dust.